updated my VTX in my self-build, and my goodness, I'm sorry to all the analog fans out there, but it is brilliant. However, being chased by a dog isn't brilliant, and the battery on this only lasts about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm going to run through with you guys in this video being chased by a dog that has absolutely no control via its owner, and show you how I was chased around the park. This poor drone was chased around the park by a dog that just did not care at all about what its owner said. So I'm going to take you through the video right now. I'm going to take you through my story of what happened. A lesson was learned. We begin right now. I was in my local park. Lots and lots of space in this local park to fly. As usual, I've been there a number of times with my drone, and I have to say that generally speaking, well, at the moment currently, everyone has either come over and just spoken to me about their interest in drones, and I haven't had any Karens as of yet, but I'm sure now I've made this video and I will go down, the first person will be down there telling me off. This dog, as you can see, is very rapidly approaching my drone. Now, that's another thing. Dogs don't tend to follow the drone either. I am using my self-build, not the Crux 35, but they don't tend to chase the drone anyway. And this dog was chasing the drone. So as you can see, the dog is there, and he's not leaving it. He's just there. I'm just like, right, the owner's going to call him back, whatever, and I'll be fine. So I race over to the other side. I turn around, dog's still chasing the drone. I couldn't believe it. This park is not small. You know, it's got a rugby pitch there. You can kind of see the size of it. And the dog is herring after the drone. So I shoot over to the other side of the park. Now, that's a good 500, probably longer, but that's a good 500 meters to the other side of the park. And then I was over the Bideford Rugby Club and thought, yeah, the dog won't hear it. I'm too far away now from it. I'll bring it back to where I am, safely land, and wait for the dog to go home. However, so I've brought the drone back near me, and as you can see in the top right hand corner, that blurry black and white pixel is the dog again, and I couldn't believe it. It's chased it to the other side of the park and back. Let me go back a bit here. I cannot believe it's keeping up. I cannot believe the dog owner is nowhere to be seen. Hasn't got it on a lead if it's this if it's this wild. So again, I was just like, I don't want to cause any issues. So I flew as far away as I could, still chasing me, still chasing the drone. I was like, I cannot believe this. So I fly, and I know that I haven't got too much battery life either in this drone. So I was like, right, flew it over to the other side of the park. He's still chasing this drone. Like, wow. So we go back over the rugby club. I'm too far away for it to hear it. Then I go high, because I thought if I go high, well, it definitely won't be able to hear it or see it, because it's like a speck in the sky then. I'm looking. I think I've managed to get away from the dog. I'm like, wicked. I'll come back and I'll bring it down. Just wait for the owner and the dog to disappear. Now, on the other side, and the dog is still chasing. That white blob there is the dog still chasing me. I did try and bring it back down at this point, and the dog was there. So I've had to come away from me again. And at this point, I'm starting to panic. I'm like, how do I get this drone back? How do I get it back without this dog chasing it? And at this point, I'm like, the dog owner has no control over this dog. This dog is just running free, running around the whole park. Nightmare. So again, took it over to this is the third time. I didn't even realise this. This is the third time I take the drone well away from the way the dog is, well away from the area, the park, well away from the park. I'm at this point, you can see I'm almost losing the range on the drone, because I'm just trying to get away from this pesky dog and try to not cause any issues. And then I bring it back to myself, and that is the story of the dog. And I brought the drone back down. I waited for, I must have waited for like 10 minutes for this dog owner to leave the park. But for those 10 minutes, the dog was just running around the park, like mental. Like, it wasn't just chasing the drone, it was chasing other dogs. It was kept coming up to, I didn't have the drone up at that point. It kept coming over to me with my bag, and it wouldn't leave me alone. Then it would like look at something else and fly over to the other thing. Came back to me, and when it came back to me, the lady came over and she was like, "Oh, sorry, he's just a puppy." And I was just like, it doesn't matter. You need to have more control over your dog. Like that, you have to have it on a lead if you can't control it like that. If a dog bites or attacks a child, the dog gets put down. So I'm actually thinking for the dog's safety of anything, and especially if it went towards a dog that was very aggressive, and it was just running rampant around the park, which is infuriating, but I managed to get out of the situation. Everything's fine. The dog didn't get injured. I didn't get injured. No one got injured. And the drone is fine. But a lesson learned is that animals can be unpredictable, and I go down and 99.9% of the time at the park it's fine. You know, the dog owners are nice, that if they see me flying, they don't tend to walk towards me unless they want to chat. Blown away by that. Blown away by the fact that this dog, just the speed and the stamina of this thing. I bet it slept well that night. So that is my little escapade, my little dog story for everyone. I've got another video coming about how I nearly destroyed, or how I have destroyed my Mobula 8. Dear mio. But yeah, shout outs to all the subscribers. Thank you ever so much for the donations. If you enjoyed the video, please consider sending us in some coffee money donations. And thank you to Scurvy FPV and to Matthew Waite. Matthew Waite sent me a coffee donation last video, so thank you ever so much. It really does help, especially as you'll find out, I may need to get another Mobula 8 because I'm an idiot, but that's for another video. What a week of droning in FPV Whine's world. If you enjoy the edit, please get subscribed. If you really enjoyed the edit, please consider sending me a coffee via PayPal, fpvwine@gmail.com. And if you really, really enjoyed the edit and want to consider using my services, skatewinemedia.com, graphic design, videography, photography, 3D, skatewinemedia.com. See you in the next one.